Tēnā tātou katoa, good evening. For decades, the secretive West Coast community of Gloriavale has relied on child labour to ensure the success of its businesses.
But tonight, a landmark court ruling has cleared the way for intervention by government agencies. The minister in charge is promising a firm response. The Chief Employment Court judge has found 3 young men who worked there from the age of 6 years old were employees, not volunteers.
And that has ramifications for hundreds of young people still living there. Investigations reporter Michael Morra has the story.
Hosea Courage and Daniel Pilgrim went to court and won.
My reaction is I'm mind blown. It's just so ecstatic, and it's really overwhelming just that we're finally being heard.
Hosea Courage was denied food and hit with a shovel for not working fast enough as a 6-year-old in what was described as a brutal control regime. He says the courts verified what he said.
That the Gloriavale was not a nice place to be. It treated its workers poorly and exploited the people in there for its personal gain.
Chief Justice Christina Inglis was unequivocal on that point. It is plain that the ready access to child labour constitutes a significant factor in the success of the Gloriavale business model. Gloriavale claimed that children carried out what it called chores, but the judge said it all resembled a classic employment situation. Workers were selected for a job under the strict direction of those in charge. The law is clear. An employee works for reward. While residents got no money, the court found there's still a reward in the form of food and the ability to be part of the Gloriavale community.
They have got massive industries there, all built on child labour and on free labour with the adults, and that is wrong.
Brian Henry led the legal challenge and says the ramifications are huge.
So their child labour is now going to cost them money, but also they have to give them proper breaks, they have to work correct hours.
This ruling and the impact of it is going to reverberate through Gloriavale for a long time.
In 2020, when current Gloriavale members spoke to Newshub,
leaders should not have control over every aspect of your life.
A review was ordered of a 2017 Labour Inspectorate finding that workers there were volunteers, and a second report found the same thing. This court ruling means those assessments were wrong.
They've failed miserably, really.
Judge Inglis noted the Inspectorate had copies of Gloriavale's internal document called What We Believe, showing leaders had absolute power. Loud alarm bells ought, in my view, to have been ringing, she said.
I think the Labour Inspector dropped the ball. That's why I issued the proceedings against them.
Now that the court's made its decision, the government's indicated it may intervene at Gloriavale.
There are very, very concerning claims and findings here, and we need to make sure there is a firm response.
A firm response, something many say should have happened many years ago.
So, Michael, a significant ruling. What's the minister said he'll do about it?
Your Minister Michael Wood has said that he's going to be meeting with relevant ministers tomorrow, indicating that there could be a multi-agency response to this ruling. For example, obviously the Labour Inspectorate will have to get involved once again, but as this relates to the rights of children, you could find that Oranga Tamariki and the police get involved too, according to the minister. So this could lead to a massive shake-up of Gloriavale's operations. Lawyer Brian Henry was very clear today, saying that children as young as 6 should not be working at all, but it will require external agencies to act to ensure that there's actually change.
Sounds like some big changes coming. Michael, thank you.